DMAC, we had a ton of fun here. We got really competitive JV1 and JV2 games that went right down to the wire. So we're on the run here, getting her started, but you can definitely feel the energy in the gym. Two really good basketball teams, two good basketball programs. This should be a lot of fun.
Yep, and the varsity matchup will be coming up in about 15 to 17 minutes or so, maybe closer to 7:25 for a opening tap. And then, of course, we've got the coverage for you. Maple Grove is 2-1 on the year, but has the higher ranking in the most recent Class 4A State Boys Basketball poll at number 3. Forest Witt's Alexandria team won the Class AAA state title last year, now in a new class, but still ranked number 6 in Class 4A. Again, it should be a fun matchup. We look forward to bringing it to you as we get deeper into the 7 o'clock hour. Special thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage who have helped to bring you our play-by-play of prep sports all throughout the 2025-26 school year. Special thanks to Juettner Motors of Alexandria for being the presenting sponsor of our pregame show. We have Tom Chorley joining us as our engineer back at KXRA in downtown Alexandria. Right now we're going to take our first break. We'll hear some messages from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, and then we'll try to feature a little bit of my interview that I recorded earlier with Alexandria Cardinal boys basketball coach Forrest Witt. That conversation follows this timeout.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
We continue with more of our Juettner Motors pregame show here on KXRA Radio and also on our YouTube channel. DMAC, Dave McClurg, joined right now by the head coach of the Alexandria boys basketball team, Forrest Witt, prior to tonight's home matchup against the Maple Grove Crimson. Forrest, I know I talked to you late last week after we found out word about the entire Breakdown Sports USA Boys Basketball Tip-Off Classic being canceled. I know you mentioned to me off the air at that time that there were going to be some possible dates where Alexandria and Tartan would play that game. Has that been firmed up yet, or is that still kind of in the negotiation stage?
So we have it down to 2 dates right now. I believe January 10th or February 21st are the 2 potential dates. We're just trying to get things figured out with facilities at Tartan and just kind of get that finalized. So it sounds like one of those 2 dates is when it will happen.
As it turns out, Forrest, I believe out of the 18 games that were scheduled between 2 venues, that is, for the Breakdown Sports Tip-Off Classic, I think 8 of those games actually got completed on Saturday. You had a scenario where Totino Grace and Maple Grove were able to play each other. I think Wayzata traveled over to Creighton-Durham Hall to play. And that kind of leads into a little bit about tonight's matchup with the Crimson. Were you able to watch either on video or through other devices what Maple Grove did against Totino Grace, because they're both future opponents on the Cardinals schedule?
Yeah, so we got that film, yeah, they're a very good team. I mean, they're definitely a top 5 team in the state of Minnesota, regardless of class. Totino beat them in a close game. It was back and forth. Both teams had a significant advantage at certain points in the game. 7 or 8 points at a time, but yeah, they're good. They shoot the ball well. They got good size, good guard play. All the elements that you look for in a very good team, and they certainly are that. So we're looking forward to the challenge, and we'll compete and put our best effort out there.
Kind of a 2-part question here, Forrest. I know in recent memory, Alexandria and Maple Grove have played each other. I'm not certain because I don't have the full information in front of me. Was that last winter or the winter before when your guys played Maple Grove?
Yeah, we played them last winter, so that was in the Concordia holiday event prior to the day before we played Mankato East. And before that, I believe the first time we played them was, I believe, in the 2010-11 season when we were in Class 4A and they were in Section 8 4A. We played them, I believe, in a first-round quarterfinal game. So, yeah, we've played them twice last year, and like I said, they got a nice squad this year.
Do you look back on last year's game with Maple Grove as any barometer of what might come tonight at Alexandria Area High School, or do you kind of lean on more of that video from the Crimson's game with Totino Grace?
Well, from a personnel perspective and what they're doing, within their system this year, this year's film was more valuable. They have 2 kids that transferred in, Max Iverson from Delano, and then big kid from St. Michael, Thielen kid, the 7-footer that obviously give them a good punch. So yeah, from a player perspective, more so this year. But in last year's film, there's great value in that and how they attacked mainly our zone defense, and then some of the things that they do offensively. Typically, those will stay intact from year to year. But with 2 key guys offensively for them, with Iverson and Thielen, there's going to be some things that undoubtedly change. So definitely took some things from both, but I'd say more probably from this year's film.
A few remarks there from the head coach of the 2025 Class AAA state champion Alexandria boys basketball team, Forrest Witt. He does have a fair number of people back from that state championship team as Alexandria moves into Class 4A and will try to make some hay against a very good Maple Grove squad. Again, the varsity tip time is in just minutes. Alamere Health brought you our pregame coach's comments feature. That's going to put a wrap on our pregame show, presented to you by Juettner Motors in Alexandria. Right now, on our latent media platforms, we'll enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria. Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
From Polo Court inside Alexandria Area High School, Cardinal boys basketball is on the air as you watch on the YouTube channel, the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube, and also listen through KXRA Radio. Momentarily, we'll be featuring our national anthem, which is sponsored during our late media presentations by Carlson Music Center of Alexandria. For any and all of your music needs, including voice lessons, schedule an appointment online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. carlsonmusiccenter.com. Again, we will have the presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner, and we invite you to enjoy that as part of our broadcast this evening. Again, we extend our appreciation to Carlson Music Center in Alexandria for the presentation of our national anthem. The introduction of the starting lineups tonight are being presented to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. First of all, for the visiting Maple Grove Crimson, which is 2-1 on the year, the backcourt player will be Max Iverson. He is a 6'3 senior. 3 on the wings for Maple Grove, as by and large the Crimson have a pretty tall team. 4 of the 5 starters are 6'5 or taller. You've got Henry Knutson on one wing, a 6'5 senior. Babacar Ann is a 6'5 junior, also on a wing. And then you have Bennett Cesadio, who is a 6'6 junior. And then the player inside for the Crimson is 7'1 junior Jack Thielen. Nick Schroeder is the head coach of the Maple Grove High School boys basketball team, now in his 16th season guiding the Crimson. Maple Grove's record is at 2-1 on the year. That one loss was last week to Totino Grace. Here's the Alamere Health starting lineup for the host Alexandria Cardinals. In the backcourt, 6' senior Mason Witt. He'll be joined by 6'4 senior Gavin Roderick. Thomas Hinrichs will also be in the starting lineup, 6'4 senior for Alexandria. Then along the front lines, Miles Gray and Grady Starzel. Gray is a 6'2 senior. Starzel is a 6'5 junior. Again, Forrest Witt, the head coach of the Alexandria boys basketball team. Russ, you might be able to correct me on this. Around 18 seasons now that Coach Witt has been here in Alexandria?
Yeah, absolutely. I think him and Coach Empting came at the same time, and so they both kind of started in that same year. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a tremendous amount of success, and for Coach Witt, obviously coming off a state championship, and you know, it should be fun tonight moving up to 4A. This was kind of the plan, you know, put together a schedule that's going to challenge you. It's going to be competitive, and this is a great challenge tonight.
As you watch on our YouTube channel, Maple Grove is wearing the traveling white jerseys, white shorts. The school colors are crimson with a little bit of gold as part of the color scheme. So the numerals and lettering are crimson with, again, a little gold trim. The Alexandria boys basketball players have new varsity threads this year. The red jersey tops, red shorts. The white colored numerals, or silver numerals if you will, on the front and the back of the uniform, and Alexandria across the front of the jersey. Alexandria will defend the basket to our right in this opening half, so as you watch on our YouTube channel, the Cardinals will be flowing right to left. At center is Grady Starzel against Jack Thielen, and Maple Grove controls the opening tap. And the ball worked over to the left side as Henry Knutson gets a touch. Now it comes out to Ann. Then over to Knutson on the left side. Now Henry Knutson looking to drive baseline. Starzel cuts him off. Pass comes back out. Babacar Ann will now kick it into the corner. And the three-point shot by Bennett Cesadio is good.
And they're going to move the basketball. They're going to look to, you know, find those corners. And we obviously want to keep the basketball out of the middle and try to limit those three-point opportunities.
Here's Mason Witt, NBA range 3. That will be off. Grady Starzel with the offensive rebound. Now a kick out. Mason Witt driving. Then he'll pass back out. Starzel has it on the right wing. One dribble, then he'll feed Mason Witt, now getting a touch here for Alexandria. Now it's handed off. Here's a shot by Gavin Roderick. That will go off, and this time a defensive rebound for Cesadio for the Maple Grove Crimson.
And you mentioned coming in, D-Mac, that they are a big team. They have good size, and so we're really going to have to, you know, do a good job on the boards here.
3-0 Maple Grove with the advantage. Now second minute of the opening half. Of course, regulation halves in Minnesota basketball are 18 minutes. Curling in is Cesadio. Now tries to drop it off, and the bounce pass goes out of bounds. Maple Grove will turn it over on its second possession of the night.
And if you're watching at home, you know, you can take a look here. Maple Grove, number 4, Max Iverson. He's off to NDSU. Number 5, as you mentioned, Bob Coran. He's heavily recruited in the 27 class, and then Jack Thielen, obviously another junior, heavily recruited. So they bring some, some good talent into the gym tonight.
Here's Mason Witt out top. He'll pass it over to Thomas Hinrichs. Now to Roderick. Roderick coming off a 46-point performance at Sartell last week. Here is Starzl trying to dial up from long distance. The shot doesn't go. Took a high bounce off the back rim and then off the top of the backboard, and that will be out of play. So back to Maple Grove. And we know, Russ, Alexandria is capable of hitting outside shots, but they have yet to connect from long distance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think offensively, just keep moving the basketball, seeing if we can get some looks, maybe inside. I think some backdoor cuts.
Here is Thielen passing over to Cesadio, then back to Jack Thielen in the lane. His shot drops off. Rebound to the Alexandria Cardinals. Brady Starzl feeds it ahead now to Mason Witt. Witt straight on, now dribbles to the right side. He's picked up defensively by Babacar Ann. Now it's to Roderick. Roderick down to the baseline. Shot glances off. It doesn't go, but Roderick was pushed in the act of shooting. So, nope. Foul will occur on the floor, so it's going to be a pass-in, rather, for Maple Grove. First foul of the night for Bennett Cesadio. And the Cardinals will play it in to the left of the Crimson basket. Pass in, tipped into the backcourt by Ann, but tracked down by Mason Witt. Mason's cousin Talon is out right now with an injury, but it's hoped that he'll be back and doing some work in the gym next week. Here's Mason Witt dialing up a three. Quality Real Estate brings you the instant replay on our YouTube channel, and Mason Witt's triple ties this game up. It's 3 apiece.
Yeah, there's some of that good ball movement. Thomas there just dribbling over to the corner, nice little handoff, and Mason's got a wide open three.
Now Jack Thielen in the lane gets called for traveling. He was going to try to go with the hook shot. Miles Gray gives up nearly a foot in terms of height against Jack Thielen, but Miles played some pretty solid defense in close to the basket there, and Thielen got called for happy feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles just kind of manning up there. Just got to keep your base, make him have to work.
Now the Cardinals looking to take their first lead, but Alexandria turns it over. Here comes Babacar Ann into the front court. Spin move, and now he'll kick it out. Cesadio now gets it off to Ann. Ann with an open lane down the lane, misses on the layup. Thomas Henricks rebounds for Alexandria. We're tied at 3.5 minutes into this first half at Alexandria Area High School. Out top, Mason Witt, another long three. This one grazed iron, but did not go. Defensive rebound for Cesadio. And Maple Grove looking to get the lead back. Here is Babacar Ann curling in along the left block. Shot doesn't go. Nice rip off the glass there by the senior Thomas Henricks. Ahead to Mason Witt, now to Roderick. Roderick with the straight-on three, and that draws nothing but air. He has started 0 for 2 from three-point range. Out of his 46 points in Sartell last week, he had 9 three-point shots made. And I would think, Russ, if that's not a school record, it's got to be very close.
Yeah, it was close. He was getting close there to getting that record that Chase has.
Now a turnover on Maple Grove, so the Cardinals have it back, trying to unlock a 3-all tie. Mason Witt to the rack, has his shot blocked out of bounds by Bennett Cesadio, and pass-in will be forthcoming for Alexandria.
Yeah, on a night like tonight, you're trying to be aggressive. You're just playing free and flow, and I think sometimes early in the game you got some jitters and you're pumped up, you're amped up, and I think both teams here will just kind of settle down as we get closer.
Pass comes in. Gavin Roderick cut off along the baseline left. He'll pass it out to Grady Starzl. 3-3 our score. First half, about 4.5 minutes in. Curling shot, no good. Follow up by Starzl, doesn't go. And then a defensive rebound here for Max Iverson. So we're still tied at 3 points apiece. And a 3-point shot by Max Iverson is off to the side, and the Alexandria Cardinals rebound. Now Mason Witt with it out beyond the arc. He'll pass it to Miles Gray. Now to Roderick on the wing left side. Down toward the corner. His shot doesn't go. Starzl tried to tap the ball up, but it's Jack Thielen who comes down with a defensive rebound for Maple Grove. So we've had a 3-point shot for Bennett Cesadio, a 3-point shot for Mason Witt. No other baskets so far in nearly 5 minutes of play until now. As the pass goes inside, the entry to Jack Thielen, and he scores his first points of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned earlier, obviously the Cardinals playing without talent, and he does a lot of the orchestrating on offense. And so it's just going to be a matter of, we're going to need some points maybe tonight from somebody that maybe doesn't normally score. And we run a little flex action here, which is good.
Here's Miles Gray handling the ball. Now off to Mason Witt, curling to the basket. Shot bounces around and drops in. And one coming here for Mason Witt. Again, our thanks to Quality Real Estate for bringing you the instant replays for the YouTube audience tonight.
And that foul is going to be on Bob Coran there. And nice cut there by Mason and a good feed by Miles.
So we're tied again, 5 points apiece. A Mason Witt made free throw here would put Alexandria on top, and the free throw bounces in. And Alexandria leads for the first time tonight. It's the Cardinals 6, Maple Grove 5. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, Maple Grove flowing left to right in this first half of play. Pass inside, and I believe Thielen was held before he could turn around and jam the ball through. It'll be the first Alexandria foul of the night.
And absolutely probably Grady there with a good foul early in the game there. That was going to be a dunk. And again, we want to, if you're watching at home, we want to keep the ball out of the middle. That's the key when we're playing our trapping defense.
Maple Grove will play the ball in. Gavin Roderick tips it up and forces a turnover. Outlet ahead, Mason Witt on the front end at his shot blocked. And the rebound is to Maple Grove. And Henry Knutson's coming the other way for the Crimson. So the Cardinals got a takeaway but could not convert. And now with it, driving into the lane, picks his foot up. Now it goes back out, then in toward Thielen, and he got bumped. And this may be foul number 2 on Grady Starzl.
Yeah, I don't like that one there. That call, I think Grady's doing a good job there of just trying to be physical and be tough. And it's going to be important for our post players to stay in the ball game. And that's a big early foul there on Grady. I'm not sure about that one.
Yep, and the inbound pass, and the shot is up and good, and it's going to count as Brendan Behrens becomes the first reserve into the game for the Alexandria Cardinals. Maple Grove has just taken the lead on the Babacar and basket, so it is now 7-6 for the Crimson. Foul gets called on Miles Gray. Free throw is off the heel of the rim. Ball volleyed up, and the Cardinals come away with it. A long rebound comes out to Mason Witt. Now Gavin Roderick will lean in, and he drew contact, and a foul is called. So Roderick will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
And that was really, talk about Gavin's big game last week. He was just really aggressive, took the ball to the basket. He's a physical basketball player, and he did a good job of just absorbing contact and getting to the line.
Foul got called on Henry Knutson of Maple Grove. First free throw does not go, so the Crimson still have a 1-point lead. Here comes Gavin Elmquist, a 6-foot senior, onto the court for the first time tonight for Maple Grove. So a free throw here would create the Uncola score with each team possessing 7 points. And the free throw is good, so it is 7-up. A little more than 6 minutes into the first half. Alexandria will now show a little bit of a zone trap here. Pass comes up the floor. Cesadio has it. Then across the floor, it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Crimson.
Yeah, nice job there by Thomas. They're looking to make that cross-court pass into the corner, and it's just a matter of anticipating that. He did a good job there of battling for the basketball off of Maple Grove Cardinals basketball.
So Alexandria will look to retake the lead here. The Cardinals have had one advantage at 6-5. Here's Mason Witt out top. Curls, now pulls back beyond the three-point line. Passes to Miles Gray, then out to Roderick. Roderick down to the baseline, underneath, feeds across toward Behrens. It's loose on the floor. Roderick has it in the corner as 3 does not go. And Jack Thielen with the defensive rebound for the Crimson. Maple Grove looking to take the lead. Babacar Ann has it on the right wing. Looking for an opening to drive. Now curls in. Little up and under. Layup is good for Ann. And he now has 4 tonight. Maple Grove takes a 9-7 advantage.
Yeah, lots of shot fakes there, and I think it's good. Just stay down, make them try to earn that basket. No cheapies at the foul line.
Cardinals with the ball, working right to left in the first half of play. Here's Mason Witt handling out top. Pulls up for the medium-range jumper. That doesn't go, but an offensive rebound for Behrens. And another look for Alexandria. Here's Gavin Roderick curling in to the rack. Shot high off the window, too strong. Barons with another offensive rebound. Out now to Gray, then to Roderick. Roderick being hounded here by Jack Thielen, and I believe Thielen was finally called for the foul as he was trying to keep Gray in front of him.
Yeah, good job again there, and I think, you know, we can get Maple Grove into some foul trouble here. I think that would be good, and that's Thielen's first, I think.
Yep. And fourth team foul on the Crimson. Cole Johnson now in as a substitution, a 6'5 senior for Maple Grove. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Alexandria plays the ball in. Bounce pass from Mason Witt to Gavin Roderick. He's got an open lane, and he lays it in. Curling from the right side, and Gavin Roderick scores his first basket of the night. Tied at 9. Maple Grove with the ball, front court. Handling it now, Max Iverson further out to Babacar Ann. Alexandria showing some zone here. Here's a three-point shot. That doesn't go on the attempt by Iverson. Roderick rebounds for Alexandria. Cardinals looking to take the lead. Down the lane, layup is good. Gavin Roderick will score for Alexandria, and the Cardinals go back on top by 2 at 11-9.
Yeah, that's the best way. You know, you beat a team that's bigger than you. Just get some fast break opportunities, some easy baskets. That's what the Cardinals got there. Another turnover.
Yep, 6 turnovers now for Maple Grove, and Alexandria looks to build on its 2-point advantage. Mason Witt has it in the front court. He'll look to drive. Now the fadeaway is up, no good. Jack Thielen with the defensive rebound for Maple Grove. Ahead now to Babacar Ann. And to the rack. Layup is good. The junior now has 3 baskets for 6 points. 5th tie in this opening half, 11-11, as we're exactly midway through the first half. Here's Roderick down the lane. His layup is good. Gavin Roderick now with 3 2-point baskets and a free throw. He leads the Cardinals in scoring with 7.
Yeah, the teams just have a hard time containing him on the dribble, and with that little shot fake there, he's able to get to the basket again.
Now Alexandria again showing some zone. Iverson has it right side now out to Ann. Around to Elmquist, then to Babacar Ann. He'll take the straight on 3, and that's a rainbow, and it's good.
And that's a long ways out, and so you're kind of back and forth of how far do you go out to challenge him there, but you got to give him credit. That was an NBA range type 3.
So Maple Grove takes a 14-13 lead. This one's been tight all the way, and now Gavin Roderick can't connect on a 3. Jack Thielen with the defensive rebound. Roderick has started 0 for 5 from beyond the arc, and now as Ann is looking to drive and then kick into the corner, we're going to have a foul called. And I believe after we find out who picked up the foul, we'll also have some substitutions. It's Gavin Roderick with the personal for Alexandria. And now we're going to have Matthew Perouse into the game for Maple Grove. Alexandria also making a substitution as Graham Odland is in.
Ty Miller, I think. And so,
yes.
Ty, he gave some good minutes the other night. You know, he can only play a half, but he gave some good minutes. And, you know, it might be Bear and Amborn that gets that second half in those minutes. But here we got another foul here on the Cardinals.
And that's going to be team foul number 5. First one on Brendan Behrens. Fortunately for Alexandria, the one player that has 2 fouls right now, nobody else in foul trouble besides Grady Starzl. Starzl down on the bench at the moment with the 2 personals. Ball backed in, then kicked out, and there's Ann with another 3-pointer. And now he's into double figures with a dozen. 17-13, Maple Grove by 4. This is the biggest advantage of the night.
Yeah, we just got to close out there a little better, I think, and not give him that space. And once he gets going, make him put it on the floor.
Ty Miller came in a short time ago, and Blake Scholl is also in the game. Miller gets the ball off to Behrens, now to Thomas Hinrichs, then to Ty Miller. Miller scrambles, picks his dribble up, passes out to Hinrichs. Down to 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Scholl gets it out to Mason Witt. Ball fake. NBA range 3. That's no good. And Babacar Ann collects the defensive rebound. Now he'll stop and pull up for another 3. That is off the heel of the rim. Scholl gets the rebound. And then I think we may have a foul on the Maple Grove Crimson after the defensive board.
Yeah, nice job there by Blake to get that rebound. See, Gavin's going to come back in here.
Yep, Max Iverson picks up the Maple Grove personal foul. It is his first, team foul number 5. and we're going to have a short timeout being called. We're going to make it a 30-second break on our platforms. 6:56 to go in the opening half. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in boys basketball. It is Maple Grove 17, Alexandria 13.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
From Alexandria Area High School's Poland Court, welcome to our coverage, whether you're watching on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube or listening to KXRA Radio or online through our Voice of Alexandria app. Here's Mason Witt stopping and knocking down the jumper from the free throw line. Good response for Alexandria after the Cardinals took the short timeout. Alexandria down by just 2 now at 17-15. This game has been played within a 4-point range. Maple Grove had a 4-point lead. Alexandria's had a 2-point lead so far tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice, good timeout, I thought, there by Coach Witt, just to kind of get everybody your breath and come out and get an inbounds out of bounds play there and get a basket.
Now the Crimson working the ball around. Cole Johnson has it left corner. He's on the floor with Gavin Elmquist, along with, as we've got a traveling call here, I think it's Mason Swenson now in, and I think he may have been called for the travel. Babacar Ann had a brief spell on the bench as Gavin Elmquist came in, but Elmquist now out, so it's Ann along with Cole Johnson, Matthew Perouse, Mason Swanson, all on the floor for Maple Grove. Now a shot is up and good! Gavin Roderick will score for Alexandria. And he should be getting an and one here to unlock a game that is now tied for the 6th time tonight.
Yeah, nice little back cut action there. We run that play, we get that ball in the high post, and then Gavin takes a little backdoor cut, and Miles did a nice job there of feeding him, and now another and one opportunity here.
Yep. Henry Knutson back in. A foul got called on Matthew Perouse. It's his first. And the free throw is good to put Alexandria on top. So 5 in a row for Alexandria after Maple Grove got up 17-13. Now Max Iverson advances the ball into the front court. Flips it to Babacar Ann. Now it comes back to Iverson. Now a skip pass into the corner for Knutson back out. Now Iverson with the touch, then it goes to Ann, now to Iverson. Pass over to the left side, now it comes in, loose on the floor, scramble, and Maple Grove has it back. 7 on the shot clock, down the lane, the layup is good. Max Iverson taking advantage of a little bit of a helter-skelter situation, and he scores the basket to put the Crimson on top.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cardinals doing the right thing, getting to the floor there. The ball's on the ground. You got to get to the floor. Oh, tough pass there. Luckily
tipped out of bounds.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a tough feed there. It was the right play. Brendan he's rolling there to the basket, and Gavin's trying to feed it to him, and inbounds underneath here, and we got something here. I don't know what they're calling.
Yeah, I don't know if we had a warning or we'll see. Maybe there was a foul called. They called a technical foul on Matthew Perouse. So he now has 2 personal fouls, and the tech is included as a personal foul. So Mason Witt will shoot a pair of free throws here. Sinks the first to tie this game up at 19 all.
Yeah, they have this year, the officials, the high school league, there's a few gestures, maybe words that they've tried to have as a point of emphasis, and he might have either given one of those words or made one of those gestures that they've been told as officials to immediately tee him up. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Now pass in to Behrens, to Miles Gray. Those 2 on the floor with Mason Witt, Ty Miller, and Gavin Roderick. Alexandria by 1 as we have just over 5 minutes remaining in the half. Tough shot by Mason Witt. Deflected. Nope. Evidently it may have grazed the rim and goes out of bounds. And Maple Grove will have the ball back. The Crimson at 2-1 on the year. Alexandria is 2-0. Both of the Cardinals games have been in the conference. Maple Grove is a new member of the Lake Conference this year. The Crimson will play most of their conference games after Christmas. Now the Crimson with the ball left side. Here goes Iverson down to the baseline. Shot doesn't go, and Mason Witt boxes out. Gets the rebound for Alexandria, and I think we had a Crimson foul called. So that means we're going to go to the other end for a 1-1.
I think what they called there, Mason, first of all, Mason, that was a great rebound.
Yeah.
They gave a flop warning to
I see.
when he makes that gesture, and so that's another one of those things that the officials have tried to a point of emphasis, and so it doesn't count as a foul, but if they do it again, then it becomes a technical again. So.
I see. Yeah, thank you for being the voice of information here.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. Now Gavin Roderick works his way into the lane. Makes the medium-range jumper, and Roderick is up to 12 tonight. Alexandria builds its biggest lead of the game, now up 22-19. Maple Grove was up by 4 earlier, so the Cardinals are on a 9-2 run. A little more than 4 minutes to go in the half. Babacar Ann passes out now to Max Iverson. Then it comes to Ann. He's had a hot hand in the first half. And inside to Thielen along the left block, turns around, shot doesn't go. Rebound to Miles Gray, outlet ahead now to Mason Witt, and he knocks down the three-pointer. A triple for Mason Witt gives Alexandria a 6-point lead at 25-19.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Those points in transition, kind of, we can get them to miss, and they can't set their defense and use their size, and we can kind of use our athleticism and skill.
I know Alexandria Motors sponsors our Keys to the Game feature as Babacar Ann is fouled on the trip to the basket here. And one thing that Forrest Witt mentioned to me, and we didn't get to feature the entire interview, he wanted to see his team do well, defensive rebounding, kind of make it a team effort all the way around. And Russ, we've seen examples of that in the first half.
Absolutely. You know, they're squeezing and boxing out and getting a body on somebody, and that's what it takes, especially when you're going up against the team. You're not going to be able to out-jump them. They have good size, and so it's about being physical underneath and creating some space and rebounding as a team. All 5 have to rebound on the defensive end.
Yep, and first Babacar Ann free throw is good. The second one is also true, and that gives Ann 14 points in the half. He has accounted for 2/3 of Maple Grove's scoring tonight. Here's Gavin Roderick down to the baseline, got into a little bit of a pickle. Brendan Barron's corner 3 doesn't go. Rebound to the Maple Grove Crimson's Max Iverson. And he comes the other way and knocks down a triple.
And there it works the other way, right? We get a miss, and then they get a transition, and we can't set our defense. So, again, it's one of those yin and the yang kind of things, and especially those corner 3s are tough and when they get a run out.
Yep, so it's now 25-24, and now a three-pointer doesn't go for Gavin Roderick. Jack Thielen with a defensive rebound. Maple Grove's on a 5-0 run and can take the lead with a basket here as we go under 3 minutes remaining in the half. D-Mac and Russ Henricks bringing you the play-by-play. J.P. Boline is our videographer tonight. Three-pointer by Ann. This time will be a little bit short. Might have been feeling a little heat check there, but came up empty on that particular three-point shot attempt, and the ball goes back to the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's kind of got the green light, it looks like, to shoot, and he's obviously a good player, and that one was almost near the volleyball line there. And so, again, here, 1-point game. Cardinals have played a really good half. 2.5 to go here.
Yep, Cardinals would like to close out strong. Here's Mason Witt driving, then passing into the lane. It gets turned over. Just the second Alexandria turnover tonight. Iverson looks to drive, and he had it knocked away. Loose ball on the floor, scramble, and we're going to have a tie-up here, I believe. And if it is, that's going to be Alexandria basketball, and that's going to be Maple Grove's 8th turnover of the half.
Yeah, again, nice job there by Miles. He did a nice job of getting to the floor, that loose ball, and getting that, jump ball. And here the Cardinals have a possession here. Again, we're going to need that 2-minute mark to finish this half strong.
Alexandria 25, Maple Grove 24. Blake Scholl sets the screen for Mason Witt. Witt drives inside the three-point line, kicks it out now to Gavin Roderick. Maple Grove doing a decent job working around the perimeter. Here's Blake Scholl for a 3, and he scores! Quality Real Estate bringing you our instant replay on our YouTube channel, and Blake Scholl was wide open on the right side. I guess Maple Grove was challenging him to pull the trigger on the three-pointer. He did, and he knocked it down.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that starts with some ball movement, and Thomas sets a good screen there and gets Blake a wide open shot, and he knocks it down.
And now a full timeout is going to be called by Nick Schroeder, the head coach of Maple Grove. We're going to make this a 1-minute break on our late media platforms. 1:43 to go in the half. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's Alexandria 28, Maple Grove 24.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Back at Alexandria Area High School, 1:43 remaining in the half, and right now Alexandria has a 4-point lead at 28-24. On the court for the Crimson, you've got Max Iverson, also Babakar and Henry Knutson. Jack Thielen, he gets the entry pass, but he missed on the shot. Follow-up off the front rim, but he got fouled. And I believe we'll have some free throws coming. Player number 5 on the floor for the Crimson is Bennett Cesadio. So Nick Schroeder, the head coach of the Crimson, has all 5 of his starters in the game at the moment. Miles Gray just picked up the foul. Thielen for 2, and the first one rattles around and drops. Jack Thielen has had a pretty good start to the year. He's had a couple of games in double figures. He has held just 3 so far this half. Second free throw is good, so he's got 1 basket, 2 free throws for 4 points.
Interesting thing, you know, Thielen, the first time we played him, he was at Monticello a few years ago. And then last year he was at St. Michael. And so he's definitely gotten around.
Yeah, and now Gavin Roderick working down to the baseline, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. It's almost like the Interstate 94 plan, the way you described that,
Yeah,
Russ.
exactly. Yeah, he keeps working his way further down into the Metro. But, you know, and that's kind of the way it is right now in high school sports and basketball in general. So we played Max Iverson last year at Delano, and so now he's here at Maple Grove as Gavin goes to the line for 2 more here.
Yep, and the free throw is good. Cesadio picked up the last foul for the Crimson. Both teams now at the 7-foul limit. Maple Grove with 8 team fouls, the Cardinals with 7. As we have 1:16 to go in the half. Roderick hits the second free throw. He missed his first on the night, but has made 4 in a row. He leads Alexandria in scoring now with 14 points. It's Alexandria 30, Maple Grove 26. Babakarian with the basketball. Now it's worked over to the right side to Knutson. Down to Thielen, right block, turns around, defender falls, and the little hook shot by Jack Thielen is good. And the basket will draw Maple Grove to within 2 points. And did we have another warning there?
Yes, we did. We had another flop. So that's that motion where the official kind of makes this flopping gesture. And so now both teams have been warned. And we'll just see what happens. You know, it's tough because Blake doesn't have a lot of options in there. He's going up against the guy who's 7-1, and he's trying to body up. And but yeah, it's a player safety thing is what they're trying to call it as.
So the Cardinals have the ball out top. Gavin Roderick, a straight on 3 is off the front rim. Miles Gray with a hustle play gets the offensive rebound. Now it's going to be back out, and Roderick has it. Difference between the game clock and the shot clock's about 14 seconds. Now down to 5 on the shot clock, but working his way to the basket is Miles Gray, challenging the taller Jack Thielen, and Gray scores.
Yeah, good offense there by the Cardinals. The ball was moving, and Miles was aggressive. Big 8 seconds here, no fouls.
And has it. Now it goes to Max Iverson. His triple will be short. Oh, it ends up being a pass as Henry Knutson collected the air ball, and he lays it in before the buzzer to put Maple Grove to within 2 points. So Alexandria will carry the lead into intermission, but the margin is only 2. Oh boy, do we have a good one going tonight at Polig Court inside the Alexandria Area High School Gymnasium. We do hope you're enjoying it on our latent media platforms tonight. Alexandria 32, Maple Grove 30 at halftime. We'll come back in just a few minutes with our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report after we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Join life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer. What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
We welcome you back to Alexandria Area High School's Polig Court and the Eldon's Fresh Foods halftime report. We call it the mid-game report as well. We are at halftime in this varsity boys basketball matchup, and right now Alexandria leads by 2, 32-30. Neither team is led by more than 6. Maple Grove's biggest lead has been 4 points, and for one possession, Alexandria was up 25-19 before Maple Grove scored 5 unanswered, but right now the Cardinals are up by 2 at the break. And Russ Henricks, as we bring you in to our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report, I think Alexandria has done a number of things well, rebounding pretty strong against a taller Maple Grove team. I'd like to get some of your impressions of the first 18 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is our 3rd game, obviously, and that's our best half of basketball so far in the season. Just very well connected defensively. They're like, as I mentioned last year a little bit, if everybody was holding a rope, you got to stay connected. You got to know where your area is, your zone is. The ball goes over there. Where do you drop? Where do you go? Who do you have? And that was a really good half of basketball from the Cardinals. And that really is a good half of basketball from Maple Grove, I thought. Those are 2 good teams. that are, playing against each other, a lot of respect between each other, the kids that have played each other for a long time. And, that's kind of what you would expect, I think. If you're a Cardinal fan, you're going to battle, especially in your home court. And to be up by 2 here against a highly ranked Maple Grove team, you got to feel pretty good, and with still a half to go.
And what's really interesting, Talon Witt's unavailable tonight, and I'm not saying that Alexandria would have a more thorough lead than just 2 points, but they've been, it's kind of like a lot of guys are pitching in here.
Absolutely, and when somebody is injured, somebody's hurt, that's another person's opportunity to kind of get some playing time, because as you go throughout the course of the year, basketball is a long season, and those things are going to happen. And to think you're going to have the same guys that play all year long, you'd be fortunate to do that. It doesn't always happen. So, what the Cardinals are doing is they're building depth. They're building confidence in more guys, and when talent comes back, we'll just be that much better.
Checking out some unofficial numbers in the first half, scoring leaders. Maple Grove has Babacar Ann with 14. He got a lot of those in about the first 11 or 12 minutes of the half, and then he became more of a distributor as the first half went along. 2 players are accounting for 27 of the 32 Alexandria points as Gavin Roderick leads the way with 14. Mason Witt close behind with 13. Kind of interesting, even though Maple Grove starts a lineup that goes 6-3, 6-5, 6-5, 6-6, and 7-1. According to my unofficial numbers, Alexandria is out rebounding the Crimson by 3 at 16-13. 6 of those 16 rebounds for the Cardinals are on the offensive glass. Maple Grove, all of their boards have been on the defensive glass so far. So I think, Russ assigned there in some 50-50 ball challenges. It seems like Alexandria, despite being the shorter team, is holding its own.
Yeah, absolutely. Basketball nowadays, it really is a game that's played outside the arc. I mean, you see that at all levels, and just the analytics. A lot of teams will use those that, a 3-point shot is better than a 2-point shot. And so they want to live outside the arc, and I think they're not always comfortable. You can see getting the ball down inside, getting it deep. And so what I'd love to see second half here is let's just limit, let's limit Babacar's ability to take those threes. Let's make him put it on the floor and make him play from inside that lane where I think they're not as comfortable.
Couple of other notable numbers before we wrap up our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. Just 2 turnovers for Alexandria, Maple Grove at 8. And the Cardinals are +3 from the free throw line in the first half. Alexandria making 7 out of 8. Maple Grove was 4 of 4. 3-point shooting, Alexandria only 3 of 15 beyond the arc. The Crimson 4 for 8. We had 6 lead changes and 7 ties. And right now, Alexandria leads 32-30 with the second half on the horizon. That is the mid-game report presented to you on our Leighton Media platforms by Eldon's Fresh Foods of Alexandria. Now on our platforms, we'll enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat. It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorters Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorters Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Maple Grove will have the ball to begin period number 2. Alexandria leads by 2. Just a reminder that you are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. We appreciate you watching on our Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Our thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. If you've been watching, Bennett Cesadio missed a three-pointer. Grady Starzl got the rebound, and then as he was looking to drive to the basket, he had it stripped away. So now Babacar Ann will sink a three-pointer, and he is now 3 of 4 beyond the arc, and the Crimson take the lead over Alexandria 33-32.
You mentioned it in the first half, only 2 turnovers, and I think that's one of the keys, and we certainly want to limit that.
Now Grady Starzl has his 3 rim out. Cesadio got the defensive rebound, and it is a foul, I believe, on the Alexandria Cardinals. This is going to be on Gavin Roderick. So interesting, Alexandria now has 4 players with 2 fouls each. Nobody else with a foul for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and Grady was kind of saddled with those 2 fouls early there in that first half, and so he's got to get back into a rhythm here and certainly help us out.
Yep, Maple Grove up. Here's a 3 on the right side, and that's good for Bennett Cesadio. And back-to-back triples, and Maple Grove has now equaled its biggest lead of the night, up by 4, 36-32.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're screening out of that zone, and they're trying to screen our top guys and, getting some 2 wide-open looks here.
Now Gavin Roderick gets the ball to Thomas Henricks. Henricks out top, passing to Starzl. Now to Mason Witt. Mason Witt working his way in, then goes with the fadeaway. That is off to the side. And Jack Thielen rebounds for Maple Grove. The Crimson on a 6-0 run, actually 8 points in a row going back to the end of the first half. And now we'll have the chance to add to that as Babacar Ann takes it to the basket and is fouled. So 2 free throws will be coming.
Yeah, not the start we wanted here. A little bit of flat out of the half there. Looks like they're going to call it on Grady, unfortunately. And so I think Tom tried to foul him there and not let him get to the basket, but luckily he's underneath here. So
yep, and no free throws there. They're going to turn it over is the Crimson. So just a pass in, and then the ball got tipped from the front court into the back court, and that will be a turnover on Maple Grove. So the Cardinals will now take Grady Starzl out as Brendan Behrens will re-enter for Alexandria.
Yeah, I'm not sure he needed to do that, the Maple Grove player. I don't think he would have been ruled in the backcourt, but he kind of panicked there.
So it's a 4-point Crimson lead. Alexandria with the ball now going left to right in this second half. Roderick out top now to Behrens. Behrens a couple of dribbles, handing off to Mason Witt. Now to Gray. Gray in, then kicking out. Roderick left side, does not connect on the three-pointer. Cesadio with the defensive rebound. Now up to Babacar Ann. It's a 4-point Crimson lead. Kick into the corner. Knutsen's 3 is good. It's a 9-0 start to begin the second half for Maple Grove, and that's going to prompt Alexandria head coach Forrest Witt to take a timeout. This will be a 30-second break, so we'll make it a shorty as well. 15:36 remaining in regulation. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it's Maple Grove 39, Alexandria 32.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Maple Grove has come out shooting hot from the floor. 3 3-pointers in 4 attempts. The Crimson now 7 of 12 beyond the arc tonight, and Maple Grove is up by 7 at 39-32. The Cardinals have not scored in 2.5 minutes to begin the second half.
Yeah, they're just too good offensively, too good as shooters to leave them with some wide open threes, and so.
Here's Miles Gray with the ball right side. He, Mason Witt, Thomas Hendricks, Brendan Behrens, and Gavin Roderick are on the floor. And as Behrens was looking to head to the basket, he got bumped, and Behrens is slow in getting up. He is on the court right now. I think Scott Scholl from Heartland Orthopedic Associates, or Heartland Orthopedic Specialists, out now to check to make sure Behrens is okay. Jack Thielen picked up the Maple Grove foul. That's the first foul on the Crimson this half.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. Brendan kind of took kind of an...
was it almost kneecapped a kneecap or something?
I don't know. You know, they're obviously looking at his knee and just trying to make sure it's stable. And Brendan did a really good job there in that first half with some big minutes. And, you know, this is one of those things where sometimes it's awkward and you're a little bit, you get startled as a basketball player, as an athlete, you know, or they're obviously could be looking at something, you know, a little bit more serious. And so we're hoping, you know, that Brendan, that Scott Scholl's down there, and Coach Granning and Coach Miller, and Brendan had a really good year for us in football as our center, did a great job, and so he's worked very hard to get to this point, so let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, I know he was cited at the team's postseason banquet earlier here in December, and I think it was so fun to watch the offense function the way it did. I mean, yeah, that was you know, a veteran offensive line, but as I think Tim Zuffer pointed it out at our table that night, Brendan Behrens had an excellent snap back to the quarterback every time this year. Coach Z could not recall a missed snap back to the quarterback.
No, absolutely. And, you know, everything we do offensively starts with the center exchange. And if we don't get a good snap, we can't do anything. So, and, you know, I appreciate Coach Z recognizing that. And really it was just every snap was perfect. And Brendan did a really good job as he's up now, and they're going to help him off the court. And so we'll just, you know, hope for the best here for Brendo.
Yeah, so he's going to be taken out of the game. Blake Scholl is going to re-enter here for Alexandria. So we wish Brendan Behrens well, but he'll be looked at over in the locker room. And it will be Alexandria ball. Maple Grove is going to go with, looks like player-to-player, man-to-man. Now the ball comes out. Scholl has it out top. Now to Gavin Roderick. Roderick flips it to Scholl. A three-pointer around and good. Friendly bounce on the rim there as Blake Scholl drops in his second triple of the night. And Alexandria gets back to within 4, trailing 39-35.
Yeah, another good three there by the Cardinals, and more good offense. And we've gone to some man-to-man here now as they've done a good job, I think, of screening out of that zone, and that's the unfortunate piece is that.
Yeah, it led to, you know, a little bit of a height mismatch. Mason Witt and Jack Thielen down inside, and Maple Grove recognized that, got the ball into Thielen, and he scored, and Mason Witt commits the foul.
Yeah, we got caught in a little bit of a switch there, and they recognized it with a little back screen action, and easy bucket there.
Free throw is out, so no three-point to play. Blake Scholl with the defensive rebound. It's a 6-point Crimson advantage, 41-35. 3.5 minutes gone second half. Scholl gets the ball to Mason Witt. He'll drain a three-pointer. Mason now 3 of 6 unofficially beyond the arc. He now has 16 to lead Alexandria in scoring, and the Cardinals are back to within 3 after trailing earlier by 7.
Yeah, more good offense there for the Cardinals. High ball screen action.
Now here's Babacar Ann against Thomas Henricks, and Henricks was able to provide some fronting defense. Ball danced off the rim, and Henricks got the rebound. So Alexandria can tie with a triple or draw to within 1. Here's Blake Scholl. He's got an open lane. Layup is good. Blake Scholl providing some instant offense. 5 quick points for him to bring him up to 8 on the night. And Alexandria is down by 1, 41-40, and now a steal. Cardinals coming the other way. Gavin Roderick to the rack, lays it in. And Alexandria takes the lead back. 42-41 Cardinals with 13 and a half to go.
Yeah, it starts on defense. Just really good defense, not giving up a second opportunity, and then some really good offensive execution by the Cardinals, and another fast break opportunity.
Henry Knutson backs it in and then gets it off to Babacar Ann, who rolls his way to the rack from the right side. He lays the shot in to put the Crimson back on top. Foul gets called on the Cardinals' Thomas Henricks. And it's going to be an and one here for Babacar Ann.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, you almost got to just kind of deny him the basketball as best you can. And he's going to get his. He's a good player, and we just have to try to limit him. But again, going to the basket, he might miss those free throws, which he did there.
Yep, and a rebound here for Alexandria. So the lead is 1 for Maple Grove, 43-42. We are nearly 5 minutes into the second half. Here's Blake Scholl getting the ball off to Mason Witt. Dials up for 3 and banks it in. The bank is open in the 8 o'clock hour at night at Bullock Court in Alexandria Area High School. Cardinals take the lead at 45-43.
Now they all look the same in the scorebook, and nice job there by Mason. You know, again, good action, just getting that ball screen action.
So now will Maple Grove have an answer? Out top it is Cesadio getting it off now to Henry Knutson, and he dials up a 3. And the Crimson go back on top. 11th lead change in tonight's game. We've also been tied 7 times.
Yeah, some good shot making here on both teams.
Here's Gavin Roderick down to the baseline. Shot is off to the side. Knutson with the rebound. Off now to Babacar Ann, then to the left side to Iverson. Iverson, a little shake and bake, pulls up for 3 and scores. Oh my, Maple Grove is on fire from the outside. I think only a couple of missed 3-pointers this entire half. Actually, only 1 miss and 5 made triples. 49-45 Maple Grove. Now at the other end, the reverse layup is good. That's Mason Witt scoring for Alexandria. Boy, these teams kind of like a prize fight right now. Excellent execution on the offensive end for both sides.
Yeah, lots of good basketball out there. Really good athletes battling hard and competing.
Now Ann has the ball on the right wing, guarded by Thomas Henricks. Now it comes out. Oh my, a missed 3-pointer for Cesadio. And the defensive rebound for the Cardinals. Gavin Roderick gets it and takes the 3. No good. Ball volleyed up. Scholl with the offensive rebound as he looks to lean in for a shot. He gets fouled, and 2 free throws will be coming with 11:20 to go in regulation time.
Yeah, nice job in there by Blake. You know, that's what it is. It's just battling in there, and they might have you on height, but you can always, you know, use your heart and being able to get in there. And a couple big free throws here for Blake.
First trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. Maple Grove 49, Alexandria 48. We are almost 7 minutes into this second half of play. Gavin Elmquist comes back in as a substitution for Maple Grove. Might be Cole Johnson on the floor as well for the Crimson. Second free throw to tie the game is successful. And we have our 8th tie of the night. Scholl is going to come out as Grady Starzl will re-enter for Alexandria. So it's Starzl, Miles Gray, Thomas Henricks, Mason Witt, and Gavin Roderick. Again, Alexandria clad in the red jerseys. Here is Elmquist with the ball. Further out now to Max Iverson. Now it comes to Henry Knutson around to Elmquist on the left side. Cole Johnson did come in as a substitution. Now it's, it's Matthew Perouse, and Perouse backs his way to the basket and scores.
Yeah, Grady's in a tough spot there. He's got those 3 fouls. He wants to stay on the floor here, so he's got to kind of give up a little bit there. And good defense, but again, just a swing back and forth here.
51-49, the Crimson by 2. Under 10:40 to go in the second half. Nearly a turnover here. Henry Knutson getting into the passing lane there and almost got the steal, but it's off his fingertips out at midcourt, so the Cardinals will play it in.
Yeah, funny, we've been playing Maple Grove, this senior group, since they were in 4th grade, and out there just running a little flex, a little fist. We've been running that since we were young, and, getting these close games, and again, just screening. It's a really good play, gets us moving, and get a layup out of it.
Mason Witt out top. A couple of defenders come at him, including Max Iverson, and now I think we're going to have a foul inside on the Crimson, and it may be on Iverson. That will be his second. Team fouls in the half now, 3 for Maple Grove and 4 for Alexandria.
Yeah, Max and I don't want it to be story time here, but Max and Mason are good buds. Played together in AAU basketball, a lot of respect for each other. It's a fun little battle to watch.
Now the pass into Miles Gray. Hook shot in the lane is good. Miles Gray scores. Again, our thanks to Quali Real Estate for bringing you those instant replays during our play-by-play tonight. Tied at 51 all. 8 minutes now into the second half. We're about to go under 10 remaining. Now here is Henry Knutson curling in. Cut off by Gavin Roderick in the lane, and I think he spent too much time in the lane. It's going to be a violation on Maple Grove. Turnover back to the Cardinals.
That was really nice defense there by Gavin. And again, I think the best way to stop Babacour, and as good a player as he is not let him get the ball. And so again, just denying him every opportunity, making somebody else have to beat you here.
Cardinals can take the lead. Long 3 for Mason Witt is good. Oh my, Mason Witt starting to heat up. He's 3 for 3 beyond the arc this half. And Alexandria goes on top 54-51. Still plenty of time remaining in this game. Now at the other end, Iverson out top. He'll work his way to the free throw line. Jumper is off, and Mason Witt rebounds for Alexandria. He'll bring it into the front court. Curling in. Mason to the free throw line, gives it off to Miles Gray. Out now to Gavin Roderick. Roderick looking for some room to roam. Gets it out. Witt, another 3. That is going to be off the front rim. Rebound to Babacar and Maple Grove looking to push, and it comes to the other end, and a layup is good. That will be called, or a timeout called after Henry Knutson makes the shot, and I believe Crimson head coach Nick Schroeder will take the timeout. We're going to make it a 30-second break, just under 9 to go in intermission. Glenwood State Bank School Board has Alexandria leading Maple Grove 54-53.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage for bringing you play-by-play. Dandy matchup tonight. 2 state-ranked teams in Class 4A. Right now, Alexandria leads 52-51. Russ, it's been a game kind of little mini runs by both sides. The Cardinals were actually down by as many as 7 in this half, but led by their senior captain and guard, Mason Witt, he's been able to fill it up from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, just really a lot of good basketball. And, yeah, Maple Grove kind of jumped us there to start the half, but the Cardinals have battled back. And, again, it's that open floor. I think, defensively we've done a nice job in the half court now of defending them. It's just that open floor where teams get out and use their athleticism.
Here's Gavin Roderick going to the basket, and his finger roll shot bounces in. Though the 3 has not been falling for Roderick tonight, he's been able to score on dribble penetration. He is now up to 18 points. 3-point Cardinals lead with 8.5 minutes to go. Right side, it's Iverson with the basketball. Curling in. Now we're going to have a reach-in foul, and I think it might be Miles Gray with number 3 on the night.
Yeah, and they were in good position there, and unfortunately Miles didn't need to do that, but he did a nice job there, and again, it's in the half court here, as I mentioned in the first half, so Baron Amborn now will come in, and I think.
Yep, it is Baron Damborn in, so it's his one varsity half after playing 2 halves in the JV. Pass in comes to Ann. He'll drop it off now to Perouse. Further out to Ann. Ann with an open lane, leans in, banks the shot in. He got fouled, and the basket counts. Another and one chance for Babacar Ann.
And that'll be 3 on Gavin. Unfortunately, he, you're trying to be physical, and you're trying to, or something. They called it on Bear, actually. So
yeah,
on Amborn, not on Gavin.
Okay, so Gavin Roderick still with 2 fouls. And now Henry Knudsen out, Bennett Cesadio back in. A free throw made here by Babacar Ann would tie the game up, and we have had 9 ties so far tonight. And make it 10 as he rattles the free throw home. 56 all with 8:13 to go in regulation time. D-Mac and Russ Henricks bringing you boys basketball play-by-play on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube and on KXRA Radio. Out top, we have Brady Starzl with the ball, but we had a foul away from the basketball. And this is going to be whistled on Maple Grove's Max Iverson, and he now has 3 personals.
Yeah, and you look up there and you see, the foul total. So the Cardinals now, they want to try to not foul Maple Grove. Well, they're in the bonus there. And so anytime we foul, they'll go to the line, and they've only committed 4 fouls, and so that'll be key here down the stretch.
Inbound pass nearly got stripped away from Grady Starzl. It's off Maple Grove, so now we're going to have another hold here, I believe, called on the Crimson. I think Matthew Perouse might be looking around kind of wondering, what am I doing, or what should I be doing better? Well, he just committed his 3rd foul. So another pass in here. Amborn gets it into Miles Gray. Now off to Mason Witt to the rack. Layup is off. It took about 3 bounces on the rim before dropping off to the side. But Mason Witt will have the chance to earn points from the line as the Crimson foul is called. And this one will be on Bennett Cesadio. And so just like that, the team foul situation is now even at 6. And Mason Witt gets 2. He misses the first. So we remain tied with 7:52 remaining in regulation time.
Yeah, he made a nice move to the basket there. And as you mentioned, that ball touched about every part of the rim, manageable.
Second free throw does drop, and Alexandria goes back on top by 1. We've had 10 ties and 12 lead changes tonight. If Maple Grove scores a basket here, it would be the 13th lead change. And into the lane, turnaround hook shot is good. Babacar Ann working his way up the right baseline in deep. Turns around and scores, and the Crimson go on top by 1. Roderick tries to answer, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Gavin Roderick. So there is his 3rd foul. And it will be the 2nd turnover of the half for Alexandria, 4th on the night. Grady Starzl's going to check out as Blake Scholl will re-enter with 7:28 to go. Alexandria led by as many as 6 in the opening half. Maple Grove is led by as many as 7 this half. Right now it's the Crimson 58, the Cardinals 57. Maple Grove with the ball in the 1-point lead. Ann will get it inside. The ball knocked away by Blake Scholl. Turnover on the Crimson. Cardinals can get the lead back. Mason Witt has it. Now to Amborn. Jumper from the line is good. Barrett Amborn puts Alexandria on top by 1.
Yeah, big basket there by Bear, being confident and stroking it, and Cardinals back up by 1 here.
Now will Maple Grove answer. It goes inside, then back out. Elmquist's 3-pointer is good. Maple Grove continues to shoot lights out from the outside. I believe now 6 of 8 beyond the arc this half. At the other end, Roderick's 3 is good. He knocks down his first 3-pointer of the night. And Alexandria goes on top 62-61. Back and forth battle at Polig Court tonight. And the other way, leans in. Layup is going to be contested by Blake Scholl. Rebounded by Gavin Roderick. Outlet ahead, tipped out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Cardinals. Now we're going to have a couple of substitutions. Henry Knutson and Jack Thielen both back in for Maple Grove. Bennett Cesadio and Gavin Elmquist will check out. It's Cardinal ball with a 1-point lead. Scholl inside. Miles Gray out now to Witt on the right wing. Three-pointer off the rim. Battle for the board, and it's going to be tapped up. Miles Gray has it. And then the pass out, intercepted, and will go to the other end and lay it in. And Maple Grove takes the lead back at 63-62.
And that's one of those, again, just those open floor turnovers, so to speak, and from a tough angle there, and leads to a basket.
Now Cardinals will try to get the lead back with a bucket of their own. Under 6 minutes remaining in regulation time. Mason Witt has it out beyond the arc. He'll take the NBA range three and stroke it. It's good. Mason Witt with the triple puts Alexandria on top by 2. Cardinals 65, Maple Grove 63. The Crimson will try to respond on the other end. Here's Babacar and spin move into the lane. Jumper for the tie is short. Gets his own miss. Then had the ball stripped away. But a foul is going to be called on Alex. Babacar and is going to have to earn it from the line. Miles Gray has just picked up his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, and that's, you know, the unfortunate piece there is we got him to miss, but then we gave him that second chance opportunity. But he's going to have to earn them at the line here, as you mentioned.
Babacar Ann's first of 2 free throws is good. He now has 27. That is not the high scorer in the game. That is Mason Witt for Alexandria, leading the Cardinals with 28. Free throw for the tie is off. Rebound to Blake Scholl. So the Cardinals still lead by 1. Witt now trying to stay away from a sideline trap. He'll take it to the rack, lay it up too strong. Rebound to Henry Knutson, and Maple Grove has the ball. As we go under 5 minutes remaining, Babacar Ann strong to the basket, puts it in, gets fouled, basket counts. Maple Grove takes the lead. And an and one coming here for the Crimson. This foul will be on Gavin Roderick, and he now has 4 fouls tonight.
Yeah, and the Cardinals, you know, just, again, that's that open floor stuff, right, where we're playing really good half-court defense, and unfortunately they've got out a couple times here, and that's a big foul as Gavin's got 4.
And Babacar Ann makes the free throw, and that puts the Crimson on top by 2 at 67-65. Trends tonight, we have now had 19 lead changes in this game and 10 ties. It's been played within about a 7-point spread one way or the other. Now it's Barrett Amborn with it out top. Miles Gray has it. Now he'll pass to Blake Scholl. Scholl has hit a couple of three-pointers tonight, elects not to shoot. Still about 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Gray off to Scholl, now to Mason Witt. Now we're down to 5 on the shot clock. Mason with the fadeaway for the tie, it's no good. Battle for the board, and Babacar Ann is going to come away with it. So Maple Grove, a pretty solid half-court defensive set there. And the Crimson have the ball on a 2-point lead. We're about to go under 4 minutes remaining in regulation time. Here on the drive is Max Iverson. He'll kick it out now to Knutson, then it goes inside, and Jack Thielen scores. Thielen with the bucket, and it's Maple Grove 69, Alexandria 65. Can the Cardinals have a response? We're going to have a timeout. I believe this is going to be a full timeout here for Alexandria, so we're going to make it a 1-minute break of our own. 3:49 remains in regulation time. As we go to the break, let's get you the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. In boys basketball, Maple Grove leads at Alexandria 69-65.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Along with Russ Henricks and our videographer JP Boline, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Busy night for Alexandria area high school activities. Boys hockey at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Second period, Alexandria leads Detroit Lakes 3-0. The Cardinal girls hockey team defeated Detroit Lakes earlier tonight by a final score of 13-2. Here, it's Maple Grove by 4 as Alexandria has the ball out of the timeout. Gavin Roderick was looking to work his way to the basket and had his shot attempt blocked out of bounds. Cardinals get it back in. Thomas Henricks out top, getting it to Gray, off to Starzl, now to Mason Witt. And his three-pointer is short, gets the rebound, now passes into the corner for Thomas Henricks. Another look for Alexandria here. Cardinals would like to get a bucket here as we're under 3.5 minutes remaining in regulation. To the rack, and Mason Witt got fouled, and that is going to be number 2, I think, on Henry Knutson here. Yeah. He thought he got all ball, but the officials disagree.
Yeah, they called body down low. You know, again, we got 3:20 here to go, so every possession is huge. You have to value the basketball. Certainly defensively, we have to rebound, no second chance opportunities, and Mason knocks the first one down, making free throws.
Yep, Mason Witt now with 29 on the night for Alexandria. Cardinals down by 3. One more free throw coming for the left-handed senior, Mason Witt, and he knocks that down as well. Maple Grove 69, Alexandria 67. Cardinals are going to show a little zone press here.
Yeah, they're going to go back to the zone here, and some of that is a little bit of foul trouble, but see if they can rattle them here for a possession. Again, the key is going to be rebounding out of this zone.
Yep, right now you've got Gavin Elmquist, Henry Knutson, Max Iverson, Babakar Ann, who just made another three-pointer. They're all on the floor, and I think Jack Thielen in there as well, but Ann with another triple, and it's 72-67 Maple Grove. Cardinals need to respond now with a basket. And loose ball almost turned over. Ball security has not been a big problem for Alexandria tonight. The Cardinals have only turned it over 4 times. Maple Grove with 11 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, 20 on the shot clock here, so plenty of time. Again, it's just a matter of executing out of bounds here. Easy for me to say, but yeah, 20 in the shot clock.
And Mason Witt will trigger it in. He gets it into Blake Scholl. It comes back to Mason Witt. Right side 3, that rattles out. Offensive rebound for Gray. Out to Thomas Henricks. That 3 no good. Blake Scholl with the rebound. And another look here for Alexandria. Cardinals will have multiple chances to score here. Henricks now to Mason Witt. Another triple. That's off the front rim. And Gavin Elmquist with the defensive rebound. So 4 chances to score, and the Cardinals come up empty on them all. 72-67, the Crimson with the lead. Maple Grove, by the way, unofficially 7 of 9 beyond the arc this half. Thielen has the ball about 10 feet away from the basket, curling in, and he has just fouled Miles Gray out of the game, I believe. Gray defending against Thielen, and that will be foul number 5. And that's going to put the 7-1 junior, Jack Thielen, on the line. So Miles Gray will leave after scoring 4 points tonight. 1:59 to go in regulation time, and Maple Grove's up by 5. Grady Starzl back in. 2 freebies here for Jack Thielen, who's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. He sinks the first free throw. into double figures with 11 points. Babakar and the junior leading the way with 33 for the Crimson. 6-point lead. If this free throw by Thielen is good, it will match the biggest Maple Grove lead of the night. Throw the D-Mac jinx out there because the free throw is missed and Blake Scholl rebounds. Maybe we need to throw the D-Mac jinx out there more often down the stretch here. Here's Mason Witt handling the ball. It's Witt, Gavin Roderick, Grady Starzl, Barrett Amborn, and Blake Scholl on the floor. Roderick gets the ball to Scholl, now to Grady Starzl, then inside to Witt, down to 10 on the shot clock. Now it comes over, and Roderick, I believe, is fouled by Max Iverson, and that will be 4 fouls on Iverson tonight.
Yeah, big opportunity here now for Gavin. Go to the line for 1-and-1.
Yep, he needs to make the first to get the second. This is just a bonus situation here. Maple Grove now in the super bonus. 90 seconds remains in regulation time. Gavin Roderick, coming off a 46-point game at Sartell last week, has 21 points tonight. He is still averaging close to 30 to start his senior year per game. Free throw is good. Maple Grove 73, Alexandria 68. One more coming here for Gavin Roderick, and that free throw is good. So now the Cardinals will extend the defensive pressure. Here's Iverson, backcourt, and now I think we're going to get a stoppage here. And the head coach of the Crimson, Nick Schroeder, wants to take a timeout. We're going to make this a 30-second break. 1:25 to go in regulation time. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in boys basketball. It is Maple Grove 73, Alexandria 69.
Cardinals fans, did you know?
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
We welcome you to our broadcast coverage of high school boys basketball from Polig Court inside Alexandria Area High School. Tom Chorley is back at the KXRA studio in downtown Alexandria doing the radio work at Master Control. JP Bolin is on site as our videographer, and along with Russ Hendricks, I am Dave McClurg. Maple Grove is up by 4 in boys basketball with 1:25 to go in regulation time. Pass comes in from Babakar Ann, I should say. Getting my name metaphors mixed up a little bit here. I should know Ann's name pretty well by now. Bounce pass intercepted. Thomas Hendricks gets the recovery for the Cardinals. Off now to Scholl. His 3 is good. Blake Scholl with a triple, and he is now 3 for 3 beyond the arc. 73-72 in favor of Maple Grove.
Yeah, Blake really feeling it tonight. He stepped into that one without any trouble there after a good defensive possession.
Now the reverse layup is good, and a foul is going to be called. Max Iverson scores to put the Crimson up by 3, and he'll have the chance to make it a 2-possession advantage. Scholl will pick up the personal foul. Russ, if you don't mind, I think that last triple by Blake Scholl at the other end will make that our Culver's play of tonight's game.
Absolutely.
Clutch three-pointer there. And then Max Iverson gets the hard way 3-point play. So back to a 4-point lead. Meanwhile, Barrett Amborn will come back in for the Cardinals. It's Amborn, Mason Witt, Blake Scholl, Grady Starzl, and Gavin Roderick. Cardinals do need to score on this possession. Mason Witt now to Scholl. Scholl out beyond the arc. Gives it to Amborn, now to Roderick. Straight on 3 is off to the side. Rebound to Jack Thielen, and Maple Grove has the ball. Alexandria may be forced to foul now, and the foul will come with 27 seconds to go in regulation time. And this will mean 2 free throws here for Max Iverson after Mason Witt picks up the foul.
Yeah, that's too bad there. You know, Good luck there by Gavin, and 27 seconds left here, so you kind of got to play it out. You might have to foul here. Obviously, if they make their free throws, it'll be hard, but.
And the free throw is good. So Maple Grove leads by 5. And it's still going to be a 2-possession advantage regardless of the outcome of the free throw. That is good. And we're going to have a stoppage here, and we're going to make this our final timeout during our play-by-play broadcast. 30-second break as we'll enjoy some messages from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard late. It's Maple Grove 78, Alexandria 72.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
A big thank you to all of our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, bringing you the broadcast on our late media platforms. It's hoops tonight, puck action on Thursday night, as Jeff James will be back with me on the air. JP Boline will be joining me as well. We'll be situated at Burnix Arena in Sartell. The defending Central Lakes Conference champion Sartell Sabres host Alexandria in a 7 o'clock game on Thursday night. Here it is a lead for Maple Grove of 6 points at 78-72. Alexandria will have the ball. Cardinals now down to 1 timeout remaining. Maple Grove with 2. Baron Damborn gets it into the front court. Now the ball goes to Mshsl at the free throw line, extended, curls in. A hook shot is up and good. And Alexandria is going to take the timeout. Well, I tell you, Blake Mshsl probably got pressed into this game out of necessity. What with early foul trouble for Grady Starzl, and then later Brendan Behrens went down. But in my mind, Blake Mshsl's had some big moments in this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's really done a nice job. He's been aggressive offensively, looking for his shot. And I think, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do when you come off the bench. You got to try to get yourself started. You know, you can't, it's hard when you get into a game, and if you don't take a shot until the second half, it's tough to get yourself in any rhythm. So he got himself going in that first half, and it's just kind of continued here. You know, he knocked down that 1-3 in the first half, and so he got himself some confidence, and he's had a really good second half here. He's got 12 here in the second half. So four-point game here with 15 seconds to go. Cardinals have 1 timeout left, so you're going to want to you need to get a steal here, and you need to you know, hopefully create a turnover. If you don't, you're going to foul right away.
Yep, so the opportunity, if Maple Grove does get to the free throw line, the Crimson will shoot 2 free throws. The Crimson foul situation this half is 8, so Alexandria's in the bonus. For Maple Grove, it's a double bonus. Our next boys basketball broadcast will be on Saturday, part of a varsity doubleheader here at Alexandria Area High School. The late game out of the 2 Saturday afternoon will be Alexandria facing Elk River. Game time at or shortly after 2:30 Saturday afternoon. Cardinals will press in the backcourt. Maple Grove has turned the ball over just 4 times this half after having 8 turnovers in the first half. Now here is pass in, and then it comes back to the inbounder, Henry Knutson. And Knutson got fouled. That took about 3.5 seconds off the clock, so a foul gets called on Thomas Henricks. That's his second. Maple Grove has gotten to the free throw line for a total of 11 attempts this half. Free throw 1 of 2 for Henry Knutson is no good. I believe Maple Grove only shooting about 50% from the stripe this half, and the second one is good. So it's 79-74. Amborn into the front court, gets it off to Mshsl. His three-pointer got blocked. Mshsl got it back. Mason Witt, long distance 3, that rims off. And the defensive rebound for Max Iverson. And that, we're going to have a foul, I believe, called with 0.3 seconds on the clock here. So And it's going to be Grady Starzl picking up the personal foul. So Alexandria is about to suffer its first defeat of 2025-26, while Maple Grove will raise its record to 3-1 with a quality win on the road. 2 freebies here for senior guard Max Iverson. Did you mention earlier that Max Iverson was at Delano last academic year? Or?
Yeah, he was at Delano last year. We played him, and it was a really tight game at the half, and that was the game where Chase broke the school record. He scored 50. We had a really good second half, and Talon kind of shut him down. So, yeah, he was there last year.
Both free throws good, and it's now an 81-74 lead, and that's going to end up being the final tonight here at Pollard Court on the Alexandria Area High School campus. Fun game to watch. Very entertaining for the fans in attendance, but the home team comes up 7 points short. Maple Grove puts 51 on the board after halftime and defeats Alexandria by a score of 81-74. That's going to do it for our play-by-play. We do invite you to stick around. We're going to get rolling in just a couple of minutes with our post-game report presented to you by Juettner Motors of Alexandria. We hope to get together with our player of the game. Russ and I will talk about that during the break here, and then we'll come back with more. But right now on our late media platforms, let's enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional-friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Juettner Motors, your best price dealer.
We are back at Polig Court on the campus of Alexandria Area High School. We welcome you to our Juettner Motors post-game report. You're listening to it on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. Audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We thank you for watching our coverage tonight. We've got the live video stream on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Again, our thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of Alexandria Sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. Maple Grove comes back from a deficit at halftime, down by 2 at the break, but the Crimson knocked down 3 straight three-pointers to open up a 7-point lead. Alexandria would come back. It would be back and forth throughout much of the second half. Maple Grove was able to execute and make some free throws down the stretch, and the Crimson go home with an 81-74 victory. This is our postgame coverage brought to you by Juettner Motors of Alexandria. Russ Henricks, yours truly, Dave McClurg, joined by our player of tonight's game, and that happens to be a player that was not in the starting lineup for the Alexandria Cardinals, junior Blake Mshsl. Our postgame interview is being brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? And Blake, for those that are listening and not watching the game tonight, I know you dress up in a Cardinal uniform on a nightly basis. For your junior season, what is your number? Let me try that. There we go. And Russ's mic. Yep.
Right.
There we go.
I'm number 31.
Very good. I didn't mean to silence you like that. But Blake, really fun game to watch. I know that the fans in attendance, I really think got their money's worth. Both of these teams are ranked in the state class 4A poll. I know you want to come out of the gymnasium with a win here. Out of a performance and an effort like this?
I think we can pull that. We're a really tough team. No matter who we play, who we face off with, we can battle with anyone. And we don't have to be the best players, but through our toughness and adversity, we can compete with anyone.
I know that your team has already faced a little adversity this year, what with Talon Witt being sidelined. I believe a stress fracture, but hopefully he's trending in the right direction. Maybe before the end of December, he'll be seeing some court time and everything. But, in this game, it almost seemed like you got pressed into service due to some foul trouble from people like Grady Starzl. But when you come into the game, Blake, what do you expect to contribute to the team? How would you describe your resume as a basketball player?
I'd say I'm a glue guy, just bring the energy off the bench. If someone needs something, or I'll sub a in, get rebounds, play good defense. Not looking to score, but if my opportunity is there, I'm definitely going to try, but more just an energy guy.
We are getting together right now with Blake Mshsl. He is our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete player of tonight's game. Russ, I'll let you and Blake converse a little bit, and I'll come back around in a couple of moments.
Yeah, great job tonight, Blake. That was a battle, right? Two good basketball teams. They obviously got a lot of good players. And just, as you were out there tonight, just, one-on-one, right? What kind of things were you looking for tonight? Just you're offensively, obviously, in the second half there, you really got going, hit some threes. And how does that feel, your mindset when you're out there knowing that, you might have to score a little bit?
I feel like it's good, like stepping into my role a little bit more. Not always just being that defender, that energy guy, but also like trying to score and help the team any way as I can. But and I just want to help the team as much as I can.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been going back through, right? You've been playing some of those guys, right, from Maple Grove. They got some new guys, obviously, but they got, Babacar, you guys have been playing against each other. And just, how much fun is it, now that we're a 4A team, getting an opportunity to play a team like that on your home court?
Oh, it's awesome. Like seeing the home crowd here on a Tuesday night, you don't really see that very often. It's fun when the crowd brings the energy, and you always just look forward to one of these games.
Absolutely. And Blake, you're a three-sport guy, football, basketball, golf. Just tell the audience a little bit about, your journey as you look as a junior. Obviously, you got golf here yet in the spring, but what are you thinking about if you had to pick and choose as you start thinking about college and what's going to be? It's still a year and a half away, but tell the audience a little bit about that process.
Yeah, it's a really hard decision between football and golf. This last football season, I feel like I played pretty good. Looking forward to this offseason when I can come in contact with coaches, but looking more forward, if not, to this coming golf season, just to see what I can do, the work I put in through the summer, and see how this spring and summer goes through recruiting and football camps and stuff like that. And by fall, I'll probably have a decision.
Absolutely. Great job tonight, Blake. You played a key role. Obviously, as D-Mac said, we're not into moral victories, but you guys play like that, put together two halves like that, we're going to be okay throughout the year. Good job tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Blake, I do want to ask, because I know a good portion of your points actually came from outside of the three-point arc. How would you describe your three-point shooting? I think the first three triples all went down.
I'd say it was one of those nights where just had a hot hand, but I've been working on it in practice, working on the off season, but just feels good that it can come together in this type of game, this type of situation, just be able to knock down those shots for my team's been really good.
I'd like to ask you maybe to provide our viewers and listeners a little bit of an update. Of course, your older sister, Chloe, is now on the college level, and you talk a little bit about the recruitment process. Were you able to observe, what that process was like for your sister, Chloe?
Yeah, a little bit. She gave me a couple pointers of what it entails, how hard it is actually. People don't realize how hard the recruiting process is, and I think just little things about it. It's really helped me, through her journey going to college basketball. It just helped me get to where the places I want to be.
Of course, you are active as a student athlete all throughout the year, but why be a three-sport athlete?
It's just fun to get with different groups of guys, and just if I sat at home all winter or all spring, I'd be pretty bored. And it's just one of those things. I get bored pretty easily, but I also love the games, love competing and stuff like that.
Excellent. Blake Mshsl has been our special guest, our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Player of the Game. 15 off the bench as Maple Grove gets the victory by 7, 81-74. Blake, I'll talk to you as we get into the next break, but good luck, and we'll see you here this weekend.
Yes, I appreciate it.
That is Blake Mshsl, and along with Russ Hendricks, I am D-Mac Dave McClurg. We've got more of our Juettner Motors postgame report after we take this timeout.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
We are back one final time at Alexandria Area High School for our Juettner Motors postgame report. Maple Grove defeats Alexandria in a matchup between two state-ranked teams in Class 4A. The Cardinals and the Crimson went back and forth throughout the night. The Cards led by 2 at the break, 32-30. Maple Grove came out on fire, knocking down 3 consecutive three-point shots to build a 7-point lead. Alexandria was able to catch up. In the second half alone, we had a total of 12 lead changes and 3 ties. And overall for the game, 19 lead changes and 10 ties. But Maple Grove had a little extra in the tank at the end. The Crimson had a fabulous game from their junior Babacar Ann, who would end up with 14 in the first half. He would add, I think, 19 more in the second half. And the Crimson get a victory by a final of 81-74. And Russ Henricks, again, disappointment when you can't come out on top. But I think this is one of those opponents. Hopkins is another. Creighton-Durham Hall is another. Frankly, De La Salle and Totino Grace as well. Those are all non-conference opponents that Alexandria is going to play in 2025-26. And they might take a few L's along the way, but how do you summarize or synopsize, if you will, what we saw over the last hour and a half?
Yeah, as I mentioned at the start, right? I mean, when you make that jump from 3A to 4A, you want to try to, put together a schedule that is going to test you. You don't need to play against teams you can beat every night by 25. That's the only way you get better is by playing teams that are good, that have talented players, and that you might see down the road. And so I think for the Cardinals, that was the strategy coming into the year. And when you're coming off a state championship, you're not about moral victories. But I think tonight what you saw was, 2 good halves of basketball from the Cardinals. There's still those moments, right? You think in a 7-point game, we kind of started out, we were up 32-30 at half, and then they jumped on us with those 9 points, and that turned out to really be the difference in the game. From there, they pretty much played even the rest of the way. And so I think there's learning lessons and things you can take from tonight. Certainly it was a step in the right direction. I think this team has a lot of goals, some high goals. I mean, there's nothing to say that just because you move up into 4A, your goal is still to make it to the state tournament and to win 3 games at the state tournament just like you did last year. And this team they're good enough to do that when healthy. And, I think so tonight was a step in the right direction. And it's on to, practice the next couple days and 2 tough ball games at the end of the week.
I know I'm in the process of working on my messy score sheet, which usually gets quite crowded at the end of the night. But I think, you look at some of the factors of separation here, 3-point shooting. And I think Alexandria shot okay from 3-point range tonight. But, boy, Maple Grove it seemed like the Crimson did not miss. I had them on my stat sheet 7 of 9 beyond the arc, and they were 50% in the first half. Yeah. So you go 11 of 17. It's going to be tough to lose a game when you're shooting that well beyond the arc.
Absolutely, and the 3-point shot is a huge part of high school basketball. And I think when you go back and you watch the film, the coaches will say, okay, how many of those 3-pointers were contested? And we can live with some of that, right? If it's contested and the team makes shots, you can live with that. But I think there was a stretch there in the first few minutes of that second half where they had some uncontested threes, and when you play a really good team who could shoot like this, they're not going to miss their uncontested threes. And so that's something to look back on. I think as a coaching staff is where did they get us in certain areas? And because you're going to live and die with teams making shots. I mean, if you contest them and play good defense, you tip your hat to them. But yeah, they really shot the ball well, and that's the kind of players that they have, and they have some really elite talent, but so do the Cardinals. And I think, we had Blake up, and Blake obviously had a big game coming off the bench, and but the Cardinals continue to get consistent scoring from Gavin and Mason, who
both had big games again tonight. You know, Mason had 30, and I'm looking up at the board here, it looks like, and Gavin had 23. So, I mean, you know, that's 53 points again from two guys. So you look at, you know, that's only 21 points. And so, you know, I think if you're going to beat a team like Maple Grove, you probably got to score into the 80s for sure. And so that's something they'll look back, you know, as a coaching staff and say, we got to get to 80.
Yeah, and, you know, that didn't happen tonight. I think, you know, a few other positives, you know, Maple Grove with all that size, and evidently they showed